What another mediocre month to be an Angles fan. Alrighty, yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here. It's July. You know what that means. It's time to go over June, and it's the monthly Angels review. Yes, sir. You know what time it is. Alright, well, let's get straight to the point. Mariners, we're not going over that. You know, that's a big L. We do not care. Also, I think I might have covered them in the last video, and even then, I'm still not going to cover them because of the Mariners. So we're getting straight into it with the Poverty versus Poverty League. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Angles started off June, technically the first real series of June, against the Padres, and boy, oh, what a series that was. Because the Angles actually swept a team that isn't complete and absolute poverty. That's right, boys. A team that has genuine stars in it. Not just Chad Jism. I think I messed up his name, but you get the point. It's a team that's an actual threat for you to face. Like, it has actual all-stars on it, not just like a single person. Now, that might just be me not knowing as much ball, but, you know, I don't really care. The fact that the Angels came and actually swept a series against a team with high-caliber players says something. It actually says something. Not very much, but the fact that several were one-run games, yeah, they were fighting tooth and nail to kind of do something. But they did it. They came. They swept. I do have to admit I had some minor heart attacks, especially the fact that Carlos Ghostevez, I think he pitched back-to-back nights. I don't know. We're in July now. I can't remember much. And while I could go review film, I don't want to. I kind of do this off the top of my head with no scripting almost whatsoever. But who knows? Who knows what it was? Maybe it's just the power of friendship coming together. But you know, when the power of friendship didn't come against the next series in... Jesus Christ. You know, I was super close to going to one of these games against the Astros. I was super duper close to potentially going to get the Mike Fishman bobblehead. But I didn't because I knew better. And I just, no. I'm not going to go to the stadium with annoying fans in those seats because, yes, strangely enough, a lot of people take over Angels Stadium that aren't Angels fans. Even for some reason, people that aren't even playing that day. But whatever. So, yeah. The Angels absolutely blew it against the Astros, but they did have probably one of the greatest deliveries from Wayne Randazzo, and if I find the clip, here it is.
And he drives one out toward left field, moving back for it. Here's Cabbage out near the wall, and Cabbage caught it! No, he didn't! It's gone! It's a home run! Oh, Hoppy hit it out! The game is over!
And if not, then oh well. But the point is, Wayne Randazzo absolutely cooking in that delivery. And speaking of cooking, you know what was getting cooked the following series against the Diamondbacks? Not the Diamondbacks, that's for dang sure, because once again, the Los Anaheim Angles of Southern California of America drop a freaking series and they get their backs absolutely blown out in the final game, because that's just tradition now. It's kind of become the theme of the 2024 Angels. They win some games, and then they get absolutely demolished in one of them. And guess what game they got demolished in? The next series against the San Francisco Giants. The last game again. Father's Day games. Yeah, the Angels aren't very good on holiday games, so here they come against the freaking Giants and absolutely just getting clobbered in the last game. But it's okay, because they only almost blew a freaking 8-1 lead in the first game on the 14th. Yeah, that was super not fun. Heart attacks everywhere. But that's a series that the Angels won, which is a breath of fresh air because, you know, I'm so used to them absolutely just getting clobbered, like I said earlier, in the last game. But it's okay. The next series doesn't have any of that because, well, they didn't win that freaking series against the Brewers. Another game where I was going to go because I worked on Father's Day. And I thought, you know what would be cool? If I went to the Brewers game on Monday, but then I decided, no, they're going to lose anyways. They won that game. And then they lost every other game. So, you know, everything was back to normal, and the Angels didn't play another baseball game until the 24th against the Athletics. And then they played the Tigers, and they swept Well, they didn't sweep. They didn't sweep the Tigers. They swept the A's, but it's the A's, and I know I'll talk about it next month about what happened against the second face-off against the A's, but that's for next month. For this month, next month's review. For this month, we're talking about how the Anglos swept the A's and how they won a 4-game series against the Tigers. What? Yeah, they only just barely freaking beat them on the last game. They almost swept back-to-back series. Wow. Oh my goodness. It makes me completely forget the fact that we had a weekend in June where no Angels games were played. Alright, final talk about the freaking Doyers series. Alright, the 21st and 22nd of June. It's the Freeway series. Face-off is NHL. Yeah, it's the freaking Freeway series. Alright, look. We split the Freeway series. First game, pretty close, but we won. Second game, not even close. But before we continue any further, right? Before I have put any comments on anything, look. As in Los Angeles of Anaheim, Southern California of the United States of America, hallowed be his name, hallelujah. I do not care about the Doyers. I don't like them. I don't like their fans. But it's not like whatever I've said before, I'm retconning it. It's not a genuine hate for the franchise. It's just it's that kind of hatred, or just like I just do not care. It's not like a, hey, I hate this guy. It's more like a, oh, you're kind of annoying, so I'm just going to ignore you. That's how I feel as a whole, with 100% of my brain power going into this. Those are my genuine feelings about the Doyers. If I ever do an MLB tour where I go to every single stadium, I can guarantee you that this team is probably the last place I will visit, if at all. Because it's just a place where, I just don't care about them. But, I just have to preface that. I do not care about this franchise. No matter how much I make it out to seem that I care, I simply don't. Alright? Sure, they took freaking Ohtani, but it's not really taking because he was in free agency. So, whatever. But, anywho, Freeway face-off, Freeway series, it got split. Shohei hit an absolute monster of a 2-run home run, but just like they used to tell us, Shohei hits a 2-run home run and freaking singles, doubles, quadruples, only to lose to the Los Anaheim Angles 3-2. Oh, it does feel great when you get to say that about the other guys. I see why Doyers fans make that joke for us. And then they absolutely blew up the second half, but it's okay. We split it. I don't think we play again until August, September. I think the end of August or September we play again. So we'll see who ultimately wins the series for the year. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It was overall a successful month. It was a very fun month of baseball, except for the Mariners. But pretty fun, pretty all right. I don't have stats off the top of my head because I've been so busy that I haven't had the time to make any notes. Like I said, all I have, if I had a camera, I could show you. If I had my face cam, I could show you that all I have is just the Angels schedule right in front of me. Literally have no notes on anything. I think Jose Soriano was down for a bit because he had he got a back pain or something, a back infection. I think Drury barely started to come back, but he's kind of sucking right now too. I think Neto hit a bit of a slump. Ward, Adele, they all kind of just sucked for a bit. And which is weird because June is genuinely, I think, if I remember correctly, June is historically a pretty good month for the Angels because that's when they start to pick everything up and that's when they go on their runs. Unfortunately, they lost a few series, but typical. I'm more surprised at the fact that they swept 2 teams. Sure, one was the A's and it doesn't count, but still, you swept teams. The A's are more competitive than the freaking Marlins. So that is something. But yeah, overall, everyone's kind of just trying to do their thing. It's still a youth movement down there in Anaheim, so that's pretty cool. You know, it's nice seeing Neto, Hoppy. They just called up. Oh, that's for next month, so we're not going to talk about that yet. But the point is, I am dreading making the video about the trade deadline because I don't want my absolute sweetheart Taylor Ward getting traded away. I just got his bobblehead from a 66ers game. Please don't make me get rid of that. Although Jared Weaver also kind of left, and I have his bobblehead too. But Taylor Ward's special to me because I'm watching him. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Everyone's kind of all right. Joe Adell's like was at like a 90 at-bat slump where he only had like one hit every 10 at-bats. So that's totally fun. Pretty sure that's still going. Moniak is Moniak. Goat Hoppy is absolutely just shredding it. Let's see if I can find the video, but Logan O'Hoppy, more like Logan O'Hunky. But yeah, that is about it. I was very happy they won the series against the Giants because well, if you know, you know. You probably don't because I probably never talked about it. The Warriors are split. That's about it. The Padres is the only real fan I know is Breyer, so I'm sorry, Breyer. I genuinely thought they were going to sweep us, but it didn't end up happening. So maybe next year. So yeah, again, I do apologize if you expect me to go in depth personally on some of these things. I've just been so busy the end of last month, start of this month, that I didn't really have time to make any notes about the games. So maybe next year I'll have, not next year, maybe next month for, in August for July's recap, I'll have a few more notes. But as of right now, this has been the monthly Angels review, and yeah, it's a pretty alright June by Angel standards, and hopefully we don't slump back horribly in July. Oh, wouldn't that be a shame? But yeah, with that being said, I will see you all next time for July's monthly Angel review.